Hey y'all, it's Hannah. So today I wanted to take you to the kitchen with me to cook some food. I wanted to talk a little bit about the way I work in the kitchen because the answer is not well, and sort of how I feed myself. Just how I've been learning to take better care of myself. Certainly, I'm not the healthiest person in the world, and I will freely admit that. But I've been working really hard to make healthier choices, and I really like to share that process with you guys, so we can just keep doing that. So I have my pasta in my water, and I have my chicken, which I like to start from frozen. I think most people thaw it out first, but I don't know. I find it easier to start from frozen. My ground chicken in the pan, and I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I do this way. So I've mentioned I have an eating disorder. I feel like I mentioned that a lot. One of the reasons I do that is because I kind of want to end the stigma that that people with eating disorders are only like really thin. Pardon me while I play with camera angles and stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm filming on my phone. I don't like cooking. Cooking scares me, and it's overwhelming. I don't like learning new things, although I've been getting better at that. But overall, picking up new habits in the kitchen is a very difficult task for me. But taking habits and skills that I have and adding to them is something that's a lot easier. So I see a nutritionist, and she's lovely. I love her so much. One thing that she suggested to me was saying, okay, so you eat this mac and cheese all the time. Just gonna stir my pot real quick. You eat this mac and cheese all the time. Why don't you just make it a little bit healthier? You know, why don't you just add some protein to it? And I said, you know, I can do that. I can take the mac and cheese that I already make and eat frequently and add ground chicken to it. You know, it's still boxed mac and cheese, but now it's boxed mac and cheese with protein. And I wasn't getting that before. And so it's better, you know, it's not perfect, but it's better. And that's really what we're working for here. We're working for better. We're not working for perfect, we're working for better. Practice positive progress. The progress is in a positive direction. After I'd been doing that for a while, she said, okay, but what about like veggies? I don't eat enough veggies. We said, okay, can you add like broccoli or spinach? I said, you know, I can probably add some spinach. So I went to the grocery store. Actually, first I used fresh spinach, and that was too much effort for me because effort in the kitchen is hard for me to put in. I buy frozen chopped spinach, and I add that. It's super easy. When frozen chopped spinach, it's so easy to add. And it adds veggies to my mac and cheese. At first I thought it was kind of weird, but now I actually kind of like the taste. So it's just been a process of taking a food that I already make regularly and not saying you can't have that anymore, but saying how can we take that habit, that skill, and adjust it a little bit to just make it work for you a little bit better. And that's really what's been working for me great lately. Okay, so I put about half of the container of ground chicken in here, a solid amount of spinach. I just poured it right from the bag into here. It comes out in chunks, but it's cooling up. You can see the stick of butter. And I'm gonna mix all that up with the orange powder, and then I add the pasta in because I find it's a lot easier to add the pasta in once all of this stuff is mixed together. Otherwise, I start running out of space in my pot. Don't mind the dog barking. We have a dog hanging out in our backyard today. And this is my completed pasta. It is slightly orange, more yellow. But I think it's delicious, and that's coming from a very picky eater. Hey, editing Hannah here. I don't script my videos, so I frequently forget stuff, so you'll probably see like a totally different version of me jump into a lot of my videos. I just wanted to say some things that I forgot, and also I think I lost some footage or I neglected to hit record or whatever. So the recipe that I'm using, it's just a box of Kraft mac and cheese. Usually I use 2 boxes at a time. I don't know why I didn't when I made this. And so I follow that recipe with milk and butter, and then it's just a pack of ground chicken and the frozen chopped spinach that I show you. The first time I cooked this recipe, I used very little spinach. And I'm the kind of person that feels very uncomfortable throwing together recipes. I was sort of like, I have no idea how much to put in. But with the spinach, I was like, I don't want to taste it. You know, I want to like hide it in there. So I put in very little. And then the next time I made it, I was like, okay, well, it didn't bother me, so I'll try putting in a little more. And basically, I did that until I found the point where it was plenty, but not too much, you know? And I could reach that point because this is a recipe that I cook frequently. And so I can't give you a specific amount. I'm probably putting in, I don't know, I can't even guess off the top of my head. My best guess would be like a cup, but I have no idea if that's accurate or not. Generally, I use 2 boxes of mac and cheese at a time because that way I can just use the whole package of ground chicken. And I like to portion out my meals right away. I like to put it in the fridge in single serving portions because that way I don't have to deal with that later. When I'm hungry, I don't want to cook. That's why #meal prep saves lives. That's one of the things I've learned. I don't cook when I'm hungry. I cook when I'm willing to cook, and then I put it away in portions, and that way when I'm actually hungry, I can just be like, oh, I'll make this, and it's already prepared. So yeah, those are the things that I think I forgot to say. Back to past me. Go. So I just wanted to share with you how, like, one of the ways that I have started upgrading the way that I eat in order to feel and be a little bit healthier without totally changing the way that I am. I've been taking these baby steps in upgrading my diet, and I've found that this is really helpful for me. I'd love to share other ways that I've been doing this with you guys, and if that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Is there anything like this that you've done? Any really simple recipes or microwave meals, box meals, simple things in the oven that you used to cook that you found ways to upgrade really easily? I would love to hear about those down below because that is what I am living off of right now, and it makes things a hell of a lot easier. Something I would love for you guys to check out is the poem How to Be a Person by Shane Koisen. I will leave a video of that linked down below because the poem, once again, is a performance poem. I mentioned his poem Instructions for a Bad Day in, I think, my very first video. as well as just the lyrics or just the words to the poem, because they are almost just as impactful without hearing him. So I would love it if you could like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. That would mean the absolute world to me, as well as telling the YouTube algorithms that I am someone that they can share with others. It would really help me out, and I will see you later. Bye!